What is going on, guys? Ryan from Livin Salt here, back with another video. Today we are not fishing. Today we are out on our 16-foot skiff here, Lil Salt, and today is a service day. So with boat ownership comes service. So engine service is happening. We're pulling out the boat. We're going to be fixing a couple things on the boat and cleaning it up, getting it ready. We're going to be doing a couple trips hopefully very soon on it, so we wanted to get it all ready for that. So we're going to be going ahead and showing you guys the journey of this weekend, since the weather's not going to be very good, of pulling the boat, and we're going to be servicing it. We're going to tell you guys how much it costs to do all this and showing you how to do it yourselves. And if you guys are new to the channel, this boat we are servicing here is Lil Salt, which is a 16-foot fin and feather flats boat here with a 30 horsepower 4-stroke Yamaha outboard on the back. So let's go ahead and start running out to the ramp. We're going to pull the boat. That was one wet ride, wet and bumpy ride over here. We got about a 20 knot wind blowing straight out of the north. And to get to this ramp, we had to run probably about 20 minutes straight north. And this boat doesn't really like chop that much. Should have went to a southern boat ramp, but oh well. We got a little wet and got a little beating, but we're almost there. Good morning, it is the next day and it is time to do the service here on Lil Salt. So today we are going to be doing the water pump, we're going to be doing the oil filter, the fuel filter, spark plugs, oil, and gear oil. I think that's it, right Senior?
Yep.
Okay, that's going to be everything we're going to be replacing or changing here today. And we're also going to be raising our engine up a little bit, and we have to fix a broken compartment on the boat. Let's get to work.
There is one. Okay.
Another hidden bolt.
Yep, another hidden bolt.
Wow. Hidden bolt. Oh,
Oops,
Jesus.
I'm sorry. I think that shift shaft thing is going to be a little stuck. I think that's going to be our problem. She's coming. Keep going. Good. See? Persistence.
it's here.
Yep.
Hold on. You can.
Very rusty. Got some cleaning to do. I got it.
Okay.
There you go.
Very fun. So this is a good time to discuss, Senior Salty, for this kit to replace everything, or to maintenance everything, how much did it cost? Because we're also talking about the cost of doing this yourself.
Are you talking about just the water pump, or are you talking about the service that we're doing today?
No, the whole service that we're doing today, because you bought it all as like one kit, right?
Well, we bought it as as a kit, yes. It was they called it a water kit or something like that, but there was a complete kit that came with the water pump kit. It came with the gear oil, the engine oil, spark plugs, oil filter, and fuel filter. That cost $160.
So we're in $160 for this service so far, plus we had to do a little bit of trailer maintenance, which you guys didn't see. Maybe I'll throw some before and after photos there where we had to buy some new bolts, we had to buy some carpet for the bunks, Carpet for the bunks was about $55. We had to get a couple bolts for the trailer, so that was about $25. So that we were in about $75 into that trailer maintenance project there. So
There's little tabs around here, like this has a tab right in the front, just go like that.
Yep.
And there you go. Now pop it up and slide it up.
didn't really take much prying.
No, but you don't know. How's it? In your evaluation, how's the...
Clean.
Looks very clean.
Very clean, actually, surprisingly.
This wasn't
We've run in some shallow water, might have touched bottom a couple times, so we were kind of afraid of what this water pump was going to look like, but honestly not that bad.
It's not bad, but if you want to show your audience here, I could show you one thing. On the rubber impeller, you see how it has a crack there? It was probably time to be done, but it's not, it's very, but that's the worst one.
But there's no
right there.
sand and shells and stuff like that in there, so
No,
that's
no,
good.
there's no not. Wow. It's just soapy water that we're going to leave everything up with anyway. Okay? A little soapy water. Keep going.
There we go.
It is worn out. It's not brand new, but it's not bad. It's not past its lifetime.
It's a year. We don't know how many hours are on this engine because we don't have an hour meter. So this is our yearly service. That being said, when we do fish on this boat a lot, we're using the trolling motor. I'd say probably 65-70% of the day. So the engine might not even have that many hours on it, but it's good to do the service at least once a year.
Everything's, see how it starts to push out when you're showing that? See the bottom is pushing out?
They can see.
Yep. That is the only way to take a keyway out the right way.
Here we go.
If you try to hack it with anything that's sharp, you break it off, you'll be working at that for a while. I have a gasket underneath. Okay, so that's off and it went like that. So we gotta clean it up, take the gasket off. There. So now we're just gonna, when you come down here, we gotta clean that keyway out. And we just got to make sure that we have no leaks around here. We'll clean all this up. We'll clean out that, wipe all this up. This came out clean. So we'll just take a brass brush. We'll clean everything up. See these holes and stuff? Going to get the air gun and we're going to see if we can clean these out a little bit. See how they have some salt and stuff in them?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can clean them up a little bit before it makes it easier the next time. These are dowel pins that are in here. You can, it'll be in the kit. I just don't know if you want to. You don't have to replace it?
That's going to go ahead and be your water pump, fully removed and ready to clean up and put back together.
You got to be kidding me. You don't have to hear this the whole time. You will have to slide to a new one. But you want to do a demonstration. Perfect.
Right on.
Good job.
Thank you.
We'll get this stuff done in here and then we put it on there.
Here we go.
As long as you got that thing, it should just slide. There you go. Perfect.
Nice.
Some people use WD-40, some people put grease. I just use regular soapy water. So all it's in here is a little Dawn for dishes and some soap. We'll spray the inside of the cup. We'll spray all over the impeller, and when he turns it, we slide it down. Pretty simple. So Ryan's going to take the cup and we're going to just start out a little soapy, slide it down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of pressure while Ryan spins this clockwise. Keeps turning, keep turning. There you go. Feel smooth when you turn it?
Very smooth.
There you go. So that's it. So now we'll stop. We'll get our bolts out, which come with the kit. We got all new bolts. We'll put back in. We'll grease them up. Put them back in. Which goes. As long as by the end when at a park, we're doing it right.
done. We're not over tightening bolts today.
No. White bolts go. Perfect. Really good.
Well,
Grab a bolt. Get 1 or 2 started in here.
now in case you are doing a service on a 30 horsepower Yamaha outboard that's newer generation like ours, in order to remove the lower unit, you have 2 bolts on this side here. You have 2 bolts on this side here, which I believe are 14 millimeter. Then you have a 12 millimeter holding this zinc plate on, and underneath that you're going to have 1 more 12 millimeter bolt here. And then on this back plate you're going to remove these 2 12 millimeter screws to remove this and have access to everything in there. So yeah, we're all finished with the water pump now. We are going to be draining and replacing the gear oil.
Smells like gear oil. If it's white and milky, it means we have a water problem.
We don't have a water
We
problem.
don't have a water
We
problem.
don't have a water problem. Just going around and around.
Feels pretty snug.
We're pumping our gear oil, waiting for it to spill out the top hole over here. And then we know we're full.
So it only takes a half a quart. Okay, you're gonna take that? Automatically.
Got it?
Yep. Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, go. Hold it there, get the screwdriver. You got it started?
Yeah.
That's good. Good move. Good move.
And that's why gear oil is my least favorite part. It's because it's very, very messy. And smells really bad. If you guys are wondering about the damage to the skeg over here, we have a little bit of dents here and over here. We did not cause that. We bought the boat with those. We were aware of it. It was looks like it hit an oyster bed, I believe, or a mussel bed or something like that in a lake. Luckily, there was no damage internally or anything to the lower unit. It's just a little cosmetic damage to the skeg in the lower unit. But we are plenty aware of that, and no, we did not do it. Got 3 spark plugs on this engine, 1, 2, and 3, all on the port side of it. Senior Salty is working on popping those out right now. So while Senior Salty is working on the spark plugs on the other side, I'm going to be working on taking off our fuel filter over here.
I'm gonna pour that into a cup so we gotta make sure there's no water in there.
That's what I was asking, if it was just stuck on there or not.
Yep.
Or-
Sorry.
that's just what I was doing.
Like I said, there's a glass jar over there.
Popped it right out. Senior Salty said we're going to dump this out into a glass jar to look for what, water?
Yep.
Hopefully there's no water. Are you supposed to taste it or no? Senior Salty's
Oh,
lesson on spark plugs. Action.
Action. We just took the spark plugs out, and you just want to look for a nice white color, and you look for consistency, you know, with the plugs that they all look pretty much the same.
Hold them up nice and close to the camera so that people can see it. There you go. Very nice. That I don't know.
Hmm?
Is that what it's for?
I think so.
Well, turns are off. We're draining the oil now. It would really help if somebody would hold the funnel while I get this off.
Well, you're looking confident. What are we going to drain this into? Hopefully you're going to drain it into here.
How did you expect me to do all 3 of these at once?
Well,
That was...
That's it. Hopefully we're recording that one.
It's gonna drain into the driveway.
Oh yeah. They think
Oh,
you
God.
think it's easy.
Hand down a minute, that's in your way. Pull that, there you go. And just like that,
All over the drive.
all over the driveway. Right in. 10 more.
So that's going to be it for our service here. We got the oil replaced, oil filter replaced, we have the fuel filter replaced, we have the spark plugs replaced, the gear oil replaced, lower unit was dropped, service the water pump. Now it's time to start it up. We're going to see if there's any leaks in anywhere, and we're going to be pulling out our dipstick, make sure we have enough oil in the engine afterwards after it's all hot. And that's going to be it for the service side of things. Then we're going to have a couple little upgrades, I guess you can call it, that we're looking to make to Lil Salt here. Sounds good, looks good, seems like we had a successful service. Now a good practice, finger salty if you want to show them the can real quick, to do regularly with your outboards, it's to spray with some silicone lubricant here, just kind of general purpose, prevents any rust and corrosion, helps prevent all that nasty stuff that we get with saltwater fishing here with your outboard engine. So he's just spraying down the whole thing, kind of as the last finishing touch of our service. We all good to go. Now comes the sketchy part. We are attempting to move this motor up one bolt. We think that it's sitting a little bit low and a little too much drag, which is why we're only getting max speed of 26 miles an hour. And we're only getting up to about 4,500 RPMs when we should be getting at least another 1,000 out of it. So we think raising it up will get a little bit less drag, and hopefully change the prop out soon too, but we want to try this first. So we're going to go ahead and attempt to raise this up by a little ratchet strap contraption to hold it from falling out. And then we're raising it up with a car jack. And we're going to see how this goes.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Jack it up, jack it up. I'm in. This is off, this is off. This is
Put it back
Come on,
under.
put it under.
Hold on. Ready?
So that one didn't go as planned, but we did successfully get it raised up one hole. So it was in this hole, we raised it up one, and hopefully that'll get it sitting a little bit less in the water, less drag, and we'll get a little more speed. But basically the difficulty was this bolt right here. It should have been nice and easy. We pull out this bolt, we pull out the second bolt, and these two bolts on the bottom will slide. Well, this bolt did not. Marine mechanics, you know, the biggest blessing to the marine industry here. This bolt would not come out for the life of us. They already nicked it in half because they did it too close to the rub rail, blah, 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 whole mess. So this bolt will not come out for the life of us. So we had to pull the motor away enough that we were able to slide this out and over this bolt and then just lift the engine up. And we tried different tilt angles. We tried lifting up with the jack here underneath the skeg there, and honestly, it just took some brute force of me and Senior just lifting the engine as much as we can and getting it up into this cracked hole, which took at least about 45 minutes and a guest appearance by Mama Salty to make sure that this engine didn't end up on the ground. But we did get it raised up one. Now we just hope this actually improves our performance and doesn't make the boat a terrible ride, because then we got to put it back down, which we don't want to do. But next problem that we're going to fix, and I think the last thing for today's video, is we have this little compartment here. See that we usually end up storing all the dry stuff in. Well, for some reason something happened at one point, and you see there's a couple screws that are holding it in. Well, there's not a screw here, not a screw here, not a screw here. All the way around there's no screws. And well, if you take this, it's starting to come off the deck a little bit. So pretty simple. We're just going to pull these screws off. We're going to remove this whole thing from the deck, and then I have a tube of 5200, and we're going to go ahead and apply some new 5200 sealant. It's like a permanent kind of sealant, and then we'll put it back on. I'm assuming there's a reason there's no screw holes in here anymore, and I guess we're going to find that out when we take it apart. But fingers crossed this goes a little bit more easily than the raising of the motor. But so we're going to go ahead and do that. We might replace the spring. I got a new spring for that, but that pretty much checks off all of the major things. Of course, we got to clean the boat and everything too, but those are the major projects we were looking to get done. Helps that the screws are like half out already.
Because it's rotted.
He doesn't mean that, guys. Lil Salt is not rotted.
Well, it's rotted. You got me pumping iron today.
Can you get that corner? Just gonna get that corner. Alrighty. There she is. Whew. Take it apart the deck now. This is what we're left with. Yep, so I guess we'll just peel off all the remaining, clean off the surface. We're gonna clean this all up, get the surface prepped and ready to put the 5200, and then just gonna slap it back in. Good morning. It is day 2 out here working on Lil Salt. So we have the deck, or that deck compartment hatch removed. I just cleaned off the sides of it, got any of the silicone and the other hard putty off of there and chiseled it away. Senior Salty's over here working on cleaning out this cabinet, getting a little bit clean. Obviously it looks pretty nasty right now. I'm just kind of cleaning up a bit. And then we're going to go ahead and put some heat on this silicone material here, hopefully to get the rest of it off. And then we're going to be looking to reseal it with 5200 and put the compartment back together.
If it gets soft and pliable, you could charge are everywhere. They're nasty.
That just the heat gun and the scraper didn't work so well, but using a little bit of Goo Gone here with the heat and the scraping seems to do the trick. So it's just going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of scraping, but we should be able to clean up a majority of this sealant on here.
I'm trying to do research on like what can we put on the second to make it more secure.
So we're just using a little bit of rubbing alcohol here to completely clean and sterilize all of our surfaces, both on this fiberglass part and on the deck itself. Got the deck all cleaned up. We got that adhesive off as much as we possibly could, and we're getting ready to put it all back together. We're all prepped. Time to put some 5200, which is a permanent marine sealant. Hopefully we never have another problem with this hatch again.
Make it nice and thick. Let's see. Okay. Got it.
Hold on. Sorry, Kevin. Hold it.
Just watch you guys on your finger there.
How do you roll this thing?
Just turn.
This is life of working on projects in South Florida. Absolutely downpouring on us while we're trying to just finish up this sealant. Well, it has finally stopped raining for about 5 minutes here. So here's the update. We have our 5200 sealed on our hatch. We got a little bit of weight on it for now, but it's still tacky, and it says it could take anywhere between 48 and 72 hours to dry. So we're going to be leaving the boat in the driveway for a couple days under the tarp. We even did a little bit of beating around our console because our console really shakes around a lot. So we took away some of the old silicone there and added the 5200. Now, last but not least, a little bit of boat cleaning maintenance because we got to make it look good. From all this dirty salt water here that it's sitting in, you could see we get some really dark, nasty stains on the side of the boat. We're going to be using a little bit of a hull cleaner on this, and it's a really acidic and nasty chemical, so we'll be gloved up for it. But we're going to clean the outside of the boat. Can't do the inside until that caulking or the 5200 cures fully. So we're just cleaning the outside of the boat, getting this nasty line out. Well, Lil Salt is looking a little better than she did before. Look at those hole sides. Nice and clean. You all saw the before and afters. I mean, it's looking pretty nice, and this will last probably a couple months before it starts to get yellow again. So next time we pull the boat, next time we take it on a trip or something, might touch it up a little. Used a little bit of non-skid deck cleaner, mold and mildew remover, and all that kind of stuff on the back deck over here where we could wash first. We're going to go ahead and tackle all the inside, which isn't going to take too long. It's not a very big boat. Later in the week, but you guys don't need to see that. That is just a little bit more cleaning. So all in all, for this cleanup, we're in $150 for the maintenance kit. We're in another $50 for the bunk carpet, $25 for bolts, and we ended up using a bunch of different cleaners, which probably cost about $20 per bottle. I'd say all in all, probably in $250 to $300, I'd say, for this maintenance go. We are going to have a couple more things done. I'm probably going to pull the trolling motor off and have that serviced because it's not really working very well. So that's about how much it costs here to do this service here on our own. If we were to get it done by somebody else, I could promise you it'd be a whole lot more. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm assuming this is going to be a little bit of a longer video. So if you made it this far, thank you guys for sticking with us. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you hit the like button. Definitely consider subscribing down below. And if you want to see more videos like this, where it's not just fishing or boat walkthrough videos, where it's a little bit more about the boating experience, the maintenance when it comes to boating and working on things, we do plenty of that here, just usually off camera. So if you want to see that, let me know down in the comments below. But that's enough ranting for now. Thank you guys again for watching. I'm going to go ahead and link another video on the left side of the screen over here. I think you guys will like. And until my next video, remember to keep living salty.